your listeners and observers should pay very careful attention to what President Xi Jinping said to the 15, as you know, American CEOs that called on him recently in Beijing. And fortunately, by the way, it's a pity that this meeting has been underreported, but President Xi made some very, very important points, both at that meeting and, as you know, in the phone call that he had with President Joe Biden recently. And one of the points that President Xi made is that when the United States says it is not going for decoupling, it is going for de-risking. President Xi said, when you go for de-risking, you can also create risks. And frankly, if the trade relationship between United States and China is damaged, both sides will suffer the consequences. You know, I can tell you that Janet Yellen, as you know, is one of the best economists in the world. And if you ask her in private, do tariffs work in terms of rectifying imbalances and all that? Economics 101 will tell you it doesn't work, you know. So while you have to have this rhetoric that is very anti-China, there is behind the scenes an understanding that at the end of the day, both sides have to work together. And let me add one more dimension that's very important for all your listeners to know that, remember, what is Biden's number one priority in 2024? His number one priority is to get elected and defeat Trump. And you know what will undermine Joe Biden? Any kind of recession or downturn in the U.S. economy. And so it is actually in the interest of the United States to keep the Chinese economy stable and growing, because if it contributes to global economic growth, it keeps the U.S. economy strong, it helps Joe Biden get reelected. So remember, this is a very complex game with so many factors at play. The complexity we must understand if we want to understand the U.S.-China relationship.